folks, D-Lo is back at you in a video, and this article came out from hotcar.com. Yes, you see the title in front of your screen. Tesla officially admit its self-driving car caused a crash with a massive recall. So they actually admitting that this self-driving feature is a problem. Now don't let me know, not this video, my last video was talking about this self-driving features. And in that video, I played a video that came with that article, explaining the massive situation that's going on with self-driving features at the moment, and how bad it actually is. And they also played in that video that came with the article about Elon Musk. So Elon Musk going walk around here complaining about the word recall, don't like the terms of it. And yet, this article came out. This man, Elon Musk, got a serious issues. He really do. And I say this in the last video, and I also say this in one of my YouTube short. He really need to go investigate what's going on with his car instead of walking around here being mad about certain things. How the word recall is being used. I care he don't like. Nobody should care about it. He don't like the word recall. If his car, if this brother car got issues, it got issues. But let's get into this article. Tesla had recently recalled 362,758 self-driving cars, admitting their full self-driving bed software is to blame for the several crash. The Tesla model involves the recall including the 2016, 2022 Model X and Model S, the 2017-2023 Model 3, and the 2020 and 2020 Model Y with the FSD bed. Multiple videos show Tesla with the FSD bed compatible with the useless and getting into an accident. That's what the article says. They basically say that this feature is useless. That's what the article said. I'm just reading the article. Now, Tesla officials say that the accident most often occur at the intersection. The technology apparently doesn't acknowledge stop sign and rolls through them instead to coming to a complete stop, which is the same thing that the lady said in the article I talked about in my last video. Tesla with the FSD bed also have issue with steady yellow lights at an intersection where it does not approach with cars. They have also crossed double yellow line entering the lane of oncoming traffic. But I'm also going to reiterate something I said in my last video. If your Tesla car in general is not made right, what makes you think that the technology gonna come with it is gonna be right? I mean, let's just be realistic about this stuff. This is not the first problem that arises from the electric car campaign and had led to a great deal of criticism or concern from politicians and the public. So let's continue. Elon Musk doesn't agree with the word recall, which is something that was said, was something that was mentioned in the video of the article I did in my last video. And I'm gonna say this again. Elon Musk need to be more concerned what's actually going on with his brand car than to sit out here get mad about the word recall being used. Look, you the owner of a Tesla, okay? If something going on with your brand new car, there's something just flat out going on. You need to come out here and get upset about that. Your car, your brand new car, is in the position that it's in. Now, if you got a problem with that, I suggest you go investigate what's going on with the people, whoever you got making these cars. Go check on your car, man. That's the thing I don't understand. You know what? This is so backwards to me. Y'all understand? This is so backwards to me. How he gonna get mad about the what people calling it a recall, which is exactly what it is, and you're not upset about what's going on with your brand new car, but you want to come out here and get mad when somebody used the word recall. Does that make any sense to anybody? No, man. No, 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 no. You need to go investigate what's going on with your car. That's what you need to do. Instead of coming out here getting mad about how somebody used the word. They're using it, they call it for what it is. So you don't need, sense for you coming out here getting mad about that. Like seriously, you serious, you don't need to come out here get mad about that. That really not enough for you to get mad about. I find it funny how you get mad about this, but you ain't mad about your car, your brand of car been on a recall since the year 2018. That didn't give you no concern. But you not concerned. Your brand of car being in news articles have come out about your car for the past how many years now? If I'm not mistaken, it's been a couple of years since your brand of car been in the news cycle. At least when it comes to news articles concerned, you always got something going on with your car. You gonna be upset about anything? That's what you can be upset about. Boy, I tell you, these people out here, they are so backwards. You gonna get mad because the word recall being you, but you ain't upset about what's going on with your brand of car. Man, please. But anyway, let me read this article. I can't stand stuff like that. That just backwards could get. This is a substantial recall considering the 4,000 Tesla vehicle has self-driving technology, and there have been over 360 unit recall. The massive recall is a hard fact to ignore. However, uh, Elon Weavy Musk, I hope I pronounce his name right. The CEO of Tesla claims that the term is misleading. Misleading? Oh my lord. Is this man serious, y'all? Misleading? Okay, if that's the case, they, these news articles that have come out been misleading people for a long while now. If that's the case, we go. According to you, you said this is misleading. Hmm, that shows a long time to mislead somebody. Because news articles been coming out about your brand car for a while. And I don't think it's misleading. I brought this up in the last video. I'm gonna bring it up again. You had an individual who bought your brand car, and the wheel and the steering wheel came off, sir. And they actual pictures. This individual actually showed a picture of it on Twitter. Ironically, sir, the same Twitter that you bought recently. But that's another situation for a start. Let's get to the car situation. Yes, he bought Twitter, but let's focus on this car situation. It's just that the person who still came off with his brother's car posted a picture of it on Twitter, but like I said, that's another story. But you could check that video on my channel. It was one of my recent views I done. Anyway, let's move on. You want to see talking about some of the term we call misleading. Man, you need to get yourself together. I'm sorry, but you need to get yourself together. You want to see here. Let me continue with this article. According to Musk, the solution is as simple as a software update. The company will release the update free of charge over the air. OTA software, a law professor out of the University of South Carolina, Brian Walker Smith claimed more proper term may be a virtual virtual recall. This situation is leading us to a new realm of law. Okay. This is a very little prediction of a case involving self-driving cars and the ramifications associated with their fault. With the rise of deep fake and chat GPT and FSD technology is another factor of legal playground which has to see more time and security to ensure its safety. Okay, although the full self-driving bed is new, it's required a reasonable amount of venting is reserved for those who have active FSD driver assisted subscription and have a higher driver safety score, which determine though carefully monitored. Wait a minute. This self-driving feature have a high driving safety score, but yet it causing all this problem. Y'all see where I'm hitting at? It got a high safety score, but yet it causing all this problem. Something is highly wrong with that. But let's move on. Even with a high driver safety score, Elon Musk recommend that the driver take caution if they have the FSD bed. They should always be ready to brake and take control of the steering in the case of the system failure. Okay, I'm gonna continue with, but let's stop right there for a moment. I don't see how they came up with this features in the way. I don't see how they came up with this self-driving feature. This is just my personal thing. I would like to have I would like to have a car where I can control. At least I know if I'm driving. At least I know what I'm doing. Okay, okay. Who gonna sit here and rely on something? But you know what? I might not need to answer that question because you probably got some people, a lot of people that probably would try to rely on this foolishness. Okay, now the system may not give the proper amount of warning time or may fail altogether. After the recall announced, the note stated that the driver take full responsibility in case the accident when the feature is active. I personally don't think any car shouldn't have no type of feature like that, but that is my personal opinion. At least when you are steering, at least when you are driving or taking control, at least you control what you doing. That way, if something go wrong, at least you could have some. At least you could take control of what you doing with your vehicle. This self-driving foolishness. This ain't it right here. That's just how I feel about it. This issue that the FSD is yet another prompt that Elon Musk is yet to deliver. This has led to a lot of criticism surrounding Musk has the fault with a promise in the past. Ooh, this all contend on you, Elon Musk. It's also wise concern about whether the FSD is amenable with either make or break the future of Tesla. The popular electric car company has many questionable perspectives, also including the new Cybertruck, which still doesn't have a solid release date. The self-driving function have been a enticing selling point for the company, and this recall by Tesla has raised multiple doubts as to its function. Rightfully so. And let's be real about something. If people genuinely pay attention to Tesla, just go back to something I said earlier. Tesla news article been coming out by Tesla for a while now. I only been on YouTube for only a full year, and half of the recall videos I done regarding vehicles has been a Tesla brand car. If you got doubts of what I'm saying, go to my playlist. You can check that playlist out. Majority of those playlists of recall cars has been mostly Tesla. I've talked about Tesla the majority of the time more than any other brand of cars. And I've done a lot of recall videos on other brand of cars. But Tesla is happy to be the most of the cars I talk about. Because so many articles that came out about this brand of car, about this brand of car Tesla. And to me, what really brought it home for me is that Pacific article I did about Tesla in the news when this man steering wheel came off. Now that right there wasn't alarming to anybody or to this man that it happened to. Now I don't know what is. And let's face fact, all of these brand of cars in genuine got problems. But if you were to ask me which brand of car I think got the most trouble, I would say Tesla. And I would say that based on the numerous of videos I've done on this brand of car. Well, concerning the recalls that going on with it. Understand what I'm saying? You cannot seriously tell me that a car who has this multiple issues in general as a car that you would feel safe to drive in. I'm gonna make this clear. All brands of car have problems. Other brands of car has been in the news for recalls as well. But to me, for what I've been seeing when it comes to a news article, Tesla seems like it got more problems than any other brand of car that's out there. I could be wrong about that, but this is what it appears to me. Because I have not seen no other brand of car be in the news like Tesla have. I'm just being I'm being honest with you what I've been seeing. The things I have been seeing. This car got more issues than a human being got fingers and toes. I mean, it just a flat out mess what's going on with Tesla. But let me get back to the article. There are, excuse me, these are not the first case of Tesla automation began and the issue back in 2018 when the autopilot function was in the beginning stages. Both autopilot function and the driver error was to blame for an accident. And there you go. There you go. There you go. And if you go to one of my YouTube shorts, you will see I done a YouTube short on the article saying that Tesla was a brand of car that had been recalled since the year 2018. So we in that part of the article. There you go. There you go, y'all. There you go. A Tesla going 31 miles per hour crashed into a parked fire truck when a car in front of the Tesla merged with the parked truck that were one given, but the driver didn't correct them in time. It was apparently eating a bagel. Excuse me, he was apparently eating a bagel and drinking coffee at the time. Another fatal accident occurred when a Tesla Model S hit a Tesla X hit a median and it killed the driver Walter Hanger in a Apple engine. This accident was fatal because Tesla accelerate this results in a deeper impact which will branch the battery cause a fire. Apparently there was multiple warnings to brake and steer out the way before impact, none of which were heeded in time. Last year over 50,000 Tesla was recalled with this FSD technology because they didn't properly stop at a stop sign. In fact, there were been 3 dozen investigations into Tesla crash and 19 deaths. Listen to this now. Y'all listen, y'all see my screen away, but listen to this. Listen to this. 19 deaths was reported from the driver assisted system malfunctioning that were opened by the NHTS, which is the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Now, see, that's the part of the archive as well. I didn't even know that. You had 19 deaths was reported from the driver assisted system malfunctioning. Boy, I tell you, I don't understand how people, their mind, after all it's said and done, Tesla exclusively point out that billions of miles have been driven on the FDA, Lord, FDA, I mean, excuse me, the FSD very bit without any issue that stated that it still fueled an accident occurred from the solar driver error. Even after the recall, Tesla has not taken much of a hit. Their stock fell 5.7% at the bounce right back up within a day. This proves that there may be more faith in the company financing than what we will gather. The recall Tesla have still on the road and the company have given no date to establish when they will be fixed. You know what? I won't worry about that stock, Tesla stock. You start letting people, enough people die. And I hate to say this, but let's call it what it is. Let these Tesla cars start killing people on a rapid pace, or just people are smart enough to stop dealing with Tesla. If we brand a Tesla car stop causing death on a rapid pace, people are smart enough to say, you know what? Maybe I don't need to be dealing with that type of branded car. You let the rapid pace of death start happening with these cars, with this particular car, or that quickly change. I hate to say it, but but that might be the case. You let people start getting in too much of accident and too much of death start happening from these Tesla cars, or that'll change in no time. But this is just a whole flat out of a mess right here. It really is. But the CEO of Tesla is currently got all of this going on, but he is upset because somebody using the word recall. Ain't that something? He not having what normal person with common sense would say. A normal person with common sense say, you know what, let me see what's going on with my branded car. But no, you gotta get mad because the way the word recall is being used and to quote you, it's misleading. Are you serious? Are you serious, man? Are you serious? You got all this foolishness going with your brother car, but you want to say that the word recall is misleading. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, some people and their priorities, man, for real. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this article in the comment section. And I will see you in my next video. I'm out.